Yeah, so welcome to the English for Life podcast. Thank you, Aline, for joining us. Can you tell me a little bit, about yourself, a little bit about your story?
Yes. Hello, I'm Aline, and I'm a web developer, and I decide to improve my English with English for life, because I want to improve and open my job opportunities in web development, and it's important for me to know English for with job.
Yes, right. And so, how do you feel today after a 3 month training? Do you feel more comfortable, more confident? Do you feel like there was an improvement?
Yes, totally. Um, I I take a moment to train with series like Peaky Blinders, for example.
Ooh, wow,
I
nice.
uh, I how say that? I make my mobile parameters
Right.
English. Uh, mm, I don't participate. I didn't participate a lot
At the
at
club.
the group,
Hmm.
but I felt incapacity to learn alone. That's why,
Hmm.
and
I
English.
did see you. You did come to the club a few times. I saw
Yes.
you. And what did you think about the concept of the club?
Um, I think it's a very good concept. It's a good opportunity to unblock the capacity to talk with
Right.
people, because for me it's not difficult with writing, but it was more difficult for oral to talk. It's horrible for me. I
Shy.
search more my words. I'm
Oh, you were searching your
words,
words.
uh,
Okay, right.
oh, so I'm searching less.
Yes. Oh, I see I really see the improvement from the first time. You're much more, the words come easily, much more easily for you. You were a lot more, you were searching more for sure your words. You seem, and your confidence is, it's obvious now, that you're not perfect, of course, but it's not the point. I noticed that you're more confident.
Yes, now the improve will be to work my grammar more, but mistakes
Right.
like that. But for um, to make understand my think. I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
Yes, that's great. Well, it's interesting because you told me that when you started the training, that's when you made an effort to watch movies in English, to change your phone in English. So, the just the fact of starting the training made you kind of shift, change your habits so that you can be exposed, to English as much as possible. So that's really good.
Yes, that mm, it's
Yeah, right. It influenced, yeah,
influence to my for my learning,
right.
because I'm listening English with series, and
Yes.
I listen English every day. So it's important to see series with subtitles in English because when it's in French, we don't take attention to the words, and we do not really learn. But with English subtitles, it's more easy for that. Well, it's sometimes difficult because we don't understand all. Peaky Blinders, it's a Britannic series with ancient word. So it's difficult sometimes, but it's a good exercise.
Yes, yes, and Peaky Blinders is difficult even for me. If I watch Peaky Blinders, it's not a very simple series, but it's very interesting because it's a gangster, and I love history. So, and it's beautiful. It's like in the ancient, well,
Yeah.
not ancient, but it's old, old times. So no, and it's violence. So it's exciting. It's interesting.
Yes.
When I came to France, I didn't. I spoke French from Quebec, but I'm an Anglophone. So I actually went to school and worked and had friends and spoke to my family all in English my whole life until I was 21 or 22 years old. And then I said, oh, I have to do something, to improve my French, and I did that by listening to podcast, not podcast, radio. There were no podcasts back, 20 years ago. I listened to radio when I was driving, and I had a French girlfriend, so of course that helped because you can speak in French. But when I arrived in France, it was really different. It's if you go to Quebec, you will see that it's different. The French is different.
Yes, it's not same French. It's totally different. No same expressions, no same words for all. I know that, for example, for grille-pain, it's toaster, like English. I think it's that.
Yes, yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey, il y a du pain dans le toaster. Tu sais, It's also the way we pronounce is different, much different.
Yes, it's marked me because I found that a toaster is a more logical word than grille-pain. Toaster, it's better for me. It's a better choice.
Yeah. Yeah, there are many differences for sure. For example, I went to Burger King today and I ordered, I said, can I have a Whopper? She said, what? No, I said, a Whopper. She didn't understand. And then she goes, Whooper? I said, yes, Whooper, not Whopper. Okay, because in English, well, in Canada or, in US, call it a Whopper, but here we say Whooper.
Ah,
There's just little things, like this. Even, for example, les serviettes. Can I have some je peux avoir des serviettes? In Canada, it's des napkins.
nap.
So yeah, so
Ah,
you don't even know what that is. Yeah. So I
okay.
would often say, je peux avoir des napkins, s'il te plaît, and they would not understand. So I understood that serviette. Okay, so yes, So yeah, for sure you learn. And I actually, for me, Plus belle la vie was the because my wife
Not
would watch.
too hard to see Plus belle la vie.
Well, not if if your objective is learning, it was actually good, to be honest. It was fine. But then when I felt, okay, I feel like I understand now, after 4 or 5 months of watching Plus belle la vie, I stopped because it was no longer very interesting for me. But, you know,
And it's in series that it is interesting because they take words that we use every day, and I think it's important for that also. Well,
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. So it's not just like professional working English, it's everyday English. That's why it's interesting. And also there's a story and there's characters, there's emotions. So it's visual. So for sure, watching series with English subtitles is a great way. And the goal is for you to continue. Do you think you will continue to watch series in English with English subtitles?
yes, I will try to see series with English. Uh, yes, I think I will take that. Take that.
Yeah, no, I hope so because the for sure it's a good way to continue to improve.
Mm.
So right now at your work, what is your job? I mean, what do you do exactly? Like, what company do you work for? What do you do?
Mm, I work in a mobile application with React Native. It's a language to make easily application for mobile. So this application allows to a placer to manage merchant payment in markets. There is markets, for example, to Paris markets. Christmas markets,
Yes, sure.
and there is placers uh, who manages merchants because it's not a free. Merchants have to pay a price, have to pay to send and
Oh yes, have to pay to use like a debit card or a credit card or something.
yes,
Mhm.
to have a price in markets
Mhm.
and
Oh right.
send things.
Yes, and sell things. Yes.
Mm.
Cool. And so right now you don't work in English at all, right? You don't need to speak in English for your job
No, it's
today.
not for my job.
Right. Right. So this is it's for future opportunities.
Yes, it's totally for that, and because I want to progress in my life. So it's important for me, and totally in web development is in English, and talking English. It's an opportunity um, to other countries outside of France. I think it's a shame when uh, when we can't open because that it's a shame.
Sure.
I felt that when I made a job interview, and I didn't not
You did not get the job.
yes, and I can I didn't incapacity to talk English, so I didn't obtain a job because that.
Oh, okay. So they asked you during the interview, they asked you questions in English?
Yes, there is
And
a part in English,
mhm,
a part in French,
mhm.
because this company,
International.
yes,
What was it? Mhm.
and they search
Mhm.
web developer that proves he can speak in English. Yes. Mm.
Mhm. And have you done any interviews since then? Any new interviews or no?
No,
Okay,
no, not opportunity for the
right,
moment.
right. Well, I think if you had an interview today, I think you would do very well. Because if I compare you to, for example, Mansour, who did many interviews, he had a level similar or maybe even less less good than you. And so I think you're ready for sure.
Ah, thank you very much.
Yes, yes. I noticed that you like to share a lot on social media.
Yes, I like a lot. I like so much the the web development community, and I take pleasure to share my experience, and I want to help other developers to obtain a job, to improve his skill. It's important for me because I knew more difficulties in my during my reconversion, and I knew that, and I know the doubts. I know all that. Yes.
So what is your story? You before becoming a web developer, what did you do, Aline? What was your job before?
Mm, I was, I don't know say that in English, éducatrice.
Okay, a teacher?
No, like totally like teacher and educatrice. Uh, it's an accom- accompagnant, accompagnant.
Okay. Okay, continue.
I'm cherching
Okay.
how say in English.
Uh,
Uh,
not a consultant?
accompagning, no,
Mm,
educator,
an educator, okay, an
an
educator, sure,
educator,
sure.
and I helped. I paid or helped. I don't know.
Yeah.
I helped adults, children, to make integrate in the society. There are um, I don't know. Say it's difficult.
You're doing good. You're doing really good.
um, yes, I helped people in difficulty,
Mm,
uh, with in protection.
so they had problems like
And
uh,
there is
many problems.
yes, with problem in his family,
Mm,
and dangerous family, children with a dangerous family that they need a protection, societal protection, and there is people with difficulty par rapport.
related to.
Related
Mhm.
in a handicap.
Mm.
It's
Oh, wow.
That was my my job.
Wow, that sounds difficult.
Yes, difficult. I liked this job, so I learned uh, uh, I learned so much about humans, about person, the suffered,
Hmm.
uh, but I was need a job with me that makes sense for me. So that's why I made a reconversion in 2020 uh, after a burnout. And I started to learn web development in 2020 and to become a web developer professionally later.
Wow, what a amazing story. Right. So you liked your job because you were helping people and you learned a lot about humanity, sufferance, all that, and but after a while, I guess it must be difficult as a human to, to deal with all these problems. And so you said you had like a burnout. So that's when you decided you needed a change, and you became a web developer. And you said that the struggle of reconversion, the struggle of people who change in careers and are becoming web developers, and that's why you share your experience. And do you what do you like to share to the community? What type of things do you share?
Um, tips how about web development, how to learn, because learn it's a method, and we can't learn
Alone?
without without make a reflection about our need. Um, for example, for me, it's important to have more lonely, to have calm, to learn, to understand, to propose a solution. So other people needs to be with others to learn, and my help is to help people that understand how is their needs, and how to learn correctly, with a take of count of uh, of a well-being.
Mm, okay, great. Yeah, so you give tips on basically how to learn, and what worked for you. Right. And no, that's great. And also at the same time, how to balance well-being and
Yes.
yeah.
So
Because you had a burnout, so you want people to avoid, I guess, having this type of situation, right?
yes. Uh,
Right, right.
and it's in my future project. I change totally my website to transform it in a mentoring website, and I will propose in the future my own pedagogy, to help others. So it's already in reflection, but I will work in that, and I'm working now.
Oh no! Oh wow, that sounds exciting. That sounds amazing. That's so cool. Ah, yeah. Well, I think you will have a lot of success because you have a real human side. You communicate very well, and now that you speak English, I think the whole world is open to you. You know, so that's really great. I have I have before we go, I have a question. Um, do you feel like web development is like a man's world, you know, male dominated, or is there more and more women in this field? And or do you have any opinion on it?
um, I don't how, how say subir
Oh,
in
I've never suffered, you could say. I've never
I
suffered.
never suffered about that,
Mm,
but I find it a shame to read the testimonies by others, women that suffer because of man, because of our company that don't respect her.
mm,
Uh, but it's a terrible error because I think all people have a place, and the physical characteristic don't have importance, don't have to have importance.
mm,
And a person, it's a person, it's all, no more like that. For me, I accept others without difficulty. So I think other can make the same. It's not difficult to accept others. So it's a shame because but for me, um, to be a woman or to be a man or to be neutral or to be other, it's not important, because in a company, uh, we need skills, we need a productivity, we need certain missions
mm.
missions. So it's not a characteristic physique, a physical characteristic. It's that decides of that.
Yeah, totally. That was very well said. Yes, I agree. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think we can have a much longer conversation because it's very nice talking to you, and I think it's very interesting. We have to stop here because it's 30 minutes, but I,
That's very fast, huh?
oh my God, very, very fast. Such a pleasure to have had you as a student. Really, let's stay in touch, please, and you know, we'll continue, you know, improving. And you're ready whenever you're ready. You have a lot of opportunities, I think, ready for you. You know, so I expect to hear a lot of good things about Aline Leroy in the future.
Well, thank you very much.